What is the number one question that mystifies scientists? Number one question.
Mystifies scientists. Is there life on another planet?
Oh no. Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
It's another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just gonna put into a different bag.
Another big revelation was that Meghan said that she and Harry actually got married 3 days before the royal wedding. Great, now I feel like a fool for waking up at 5 a.m. to watch two married people get married.
Oh, honey. Jimmy Fallon didn't just roast Meghan Markle, he slow-cooked her. I mean, he marinated every little piece of her public image like it was a gourmet rib roast, sprinkled sarcasm over it like truffle salt, and served it steaming hot on national television. The crowd wasn't just laughing, they were howling, clutching their sides, gasping for air. This wasn't a cheeky joke, this was a full-on 5-star drag. The kind where you just sit there wide-eyed like, did he just say that? Yeah. He did.
She is an absolute user of the media. She uses every conceivable way to try and play the victim and score points.
I've already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I'm quite free.
The one person who I think has been really happy about all of this is Prince Andrew. The one person who I think has been really happy about all of this is Prince Andrew. I'm guessing that he has been nudging the royal family. Can you believe what Meghan did, huh?
And if Meghan thought Netflix bailing on her overhyped projects was humiliating, oh baby, she had no clue what kind of kitchen heat was coming. Fallon took her brand chaos, tossed it on the counter, chopped it to pieces, and turned it into straight-up comedy gold. Line by line, he broke it down until all that was left was the awkward silence from Meghan's camp and an explosion of applause from his audience. Every punchline landed like a cold reminder. The world is running out of patience for her endless woe is me routine. And the receipts? They don't lie. She's officially ranked the second most disliked celebrity in the entire world. Ouch.
That Harry and Meghan met on a blind date. Here's how they planned it. Meghan was like, I'll be wearing a blue shirt. And Harry was like, I'll be Prince Harry.
That's not just embarrassing, that's brutal. Even the studio audience couldn't hide it. People are literally choking on the stale royal seasoning she keeps trying to sprinkle over everything, and no one's buying it anymore. Because when a late-night host can wipe out your whole public image in one single segment, that's when you know the downfall has stopped being dramatic and turned into a comedy spectacle. And Fallon, he wasn't swinging solo. Oh no. This triggered a whole chain reaction.
In the press conference, a reporter asked Trump about Meghan Markle, and this is what he had to say about her.
I'm not a fan of hers, and she probably has heard that, but I wish a lot of luck to Harry, because he's going to need it.
Wow. Who had Meghan Markle on their random Trump insults bingo card? Anyone? If you're keeping track, Meghan Markle's got beef with the Queen of England and the President of the United States.
Suddenly, every stand-up comic, every talk show host, every chaotic meme account on the internet pounced on Meghan and Harry like they were a buy-one-get-one-free deal at the bargain bin of celebrity punchlines. It was like the entire comedy world collectively realized, wait, they wrote the script for their own humiliation and decided to cash in. It was open season on Sussex drama.
A woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose the in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her. She seems to be one of the more vindictive, sort of nasty figures in public life.
Here's the wildest part. This wasn't just a drive-by one-liner. Fallon didn't toss a quick jab and move on. Oh no, he grabbed their whole royal soap opera, flipped it upside down, drenched it in late-night sarcasm, and blasted it to an audience that erupted like they'd been waiting years for this. Every smirk, every clap, every shriek of laughter was like the public casting its vote. And the verdict was clear.
This is a dangerous person. I don't like her.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Everybody who works for her quits. Everybody says she's a bully. She's very nasty. Not only is she incredibly controlling, but she's a bitch about it to everybody who works for her. When things inevitably start spiraling downward, she blames everyone but herself.
And Meghan, you know she's feeling that sting, because when the jokes stop being random and start turning into full-blown comedy specials about you, that's when your whole brand is crumbling in real time. It's not strategy anymore. It's improv, and it's bad.
Did you guys see this? Meghan Markle announced that her As Ever product line sold out in under an hour. It's strange when you marry a prince and you're the breadwinner of the family. Meghan was excited while Prince Harry was like, what the hell am I going to do with 3,000 cases of wildflower?
And the best part? Meghan is probably scrambling behind the scenes trying to spin this circus before it swallows her whole. Because just when you think it can't get worse, Fallon teams up with John Oliver. Yes, John Oliver. And drives the dagger even deeper. They didn't just tease her, they exposed the obvious. The thing everyone sees except Meghan and Harry themselves. Power of yet. The power of yet. They mocked how these two are still clinging to this fantasy. Like if they pout long enough, magically the world will hand them a redemption arc. As if the universe owes them a comeback just for showing up. But the audience? Yeah, they're over that script.
Not shown to the public. I think that would have a lot of truths in it about Meghan and the bullying allegations or the revolving door of staff that she churns through, that she's had to sign NDAs. I mean, I don't want to listen to this woman about truth because the fact of the matter is she's a constant liar. Her whole brand is built on a spin of lies, and I don't trust a word that woman says. So I think that it is very, very low of her to insinuate that we should listen to her truth or she wishes that other members of the royal family told truth.
Fallon didn't let it slide either. He twisted that knife with surgical precision, saying straight up, the power they need isn't yet, it's change, growth, adaptability, knowing when to evolve. That's what real players do when the spotlight gets scorching. But Meghan and Harry? Frozen, stuck. Repeating the same tired victim lines like the world hasn't already heard them 100 times. And that's exactly why the public stopped seeing them as rebellious icons. Now they're just reruns nobody asked for. Same wine, same drama, same poor us narrative, just wrapped up in new interviews and docu-series nobody even finishes. When Fallon and Oliver are both roasting you for refusing to grow up, you're not just losing credibility, you've become comedy material for life. But oh, then came the curveball. Out of nowhere, Samara Gill swooped in like a gossip avenger and delivered what people had been craving for years. She didn't tiptoe, she didn't sugarcoat. She went straight for Meghan's jugular, calling out the tangled web of lies and demanding the truth finally be dragged into the spotlight. And listen, this wasn't just casual commentary, this was a mic drop moment. 1 second, Samara's tearing apart Meghan's polished fairy tale, and the next, boom, she's holding up a mirror that exposes the Royal Victim Act for what it's always been, a hollow performance. But she didn't stop there. Oh no, Samara zeroed in on Meghan's favorite buzzword, authenticity. That fake brand of rawness she tries to sell while looking like she's reading from a PR teleprompter, Samara shredded it. She said Meghan doesn't just annoy critics, she exhausts everyone in her orbit, and the way she said it, brutal, savage, but so satisfying that people were literally nodding like, finally, someone said it. At this point, Meghan might as well put professional insufferable on her LinkedIn because Samara clocked in and dismantled that whole facade line by line. These takedowns prove the bigger truth. People are getting elite at roasting Meghan's carefully curated reality. She tried to write herself as a global inspiration, but now more and more voices are turning her glossy image into the punchline of the decade. It's like every interviewer is peeling back her polished layers and revealing the real colors underneath, one brutal clip at a time. And just when the internet is still gasping, here comes Kinsey Schofield, a commentator who doesn't miss a single beat. She cuts straight to the heart of the whole mess, pointing out the massive, gaping canyon between the image Meghan desperately tries to flash on camera and the messy chaos behind it. And this gap? It's not small. It's so wide it flips the whole narrative upside down. Kinsey went full roast mode, saying Meghan's very existence in this mess proves how catastrophically she fumbled an opportunity most people would die for. Let's be real. Marrying into royalty literally hands you a platform powerful enough to change the world. You could champion groundbreaking causes, spark real influence, leave a legacy, but Meghan, she somehow managed to botch it spectacularly. Like, how do you fumble that bag? While millions of hardworking people can't even get a whiff of such opportunities, she wasted it all. And Kinsey didn't hold back a single syllable while saying it. And guess what? She wasn't alone. Oh no, the whispers had already turned into shouts. That hilarious moment came when someone joked about being a middleman for jars of jam and tiny yogurts. What? He works for Meghan Markle. Yes. Really tiny jams. Harvestable jams. Yes, exactly. Made from the oils of Montecito. Everyone cracked up because yes, that's what it's come to. Meghan Markle, reduced to novelty jams and mini yogurts. And if Jimbo Reynolds weren't dead, they joked, they'd say he was Meghan Markle. The shade was chef's kiss. And it wasn't just Kinsey seeing the cracks. The room erupted. People were screaming with laughter. And just when it seemed like he'd dropped the mic, Colbert went even further. He mocked her whole, I never looked him up online line by giving her a fake homework list of royal figures she should have Googled, just to understand what she was marrying into. It turned her clueless act into full-blown comedy gold. Colbert didn't just make fun of her ignorance, difference? He exposed it as staged. That play dumb routine was just a sympathy grab, and he ripped the curtain right off it. Let me introduce this thing called Google. Over there, I think it's called Lori. It's full of useful information. For instance, turns out your husband knew Princess Di. That might have been a hint that this was going to be a rough gig, and the crowd lost it. Then came the kill shot, and there it was. Stephen Colbert didn't just roast Meghan, he devoured her whole. He burned her so thoroughly you'd think the fire department was on standby. Her so-called authenticity act didn't just fizzle. It backfired into a full-on comedy siren for the world. Oh, and if you don't Google things, you're the only person I can show this to. It's a cat who plays the electric piano. Everyone was wheezing. And just when you thought this roast parade would slow down, nope. Here came Ryan Reynolds, yes, Deadpool himself, tossing sarcasm like confetti, taking a swipe at Meghan's never-ending drama. Right behind him, Conan O'Brien, the master of late-night chaos, lobbing his own wicked one-liners into the blaze. Together, they treated Meghan's brand like a luxury fruit basket that had gone sour. What was supposed to be organic and classy came off like a PR smoothie with a heavy shot of delusion. And then, Sharon Osbourne marched onto Piers Morgan's set like a tea kettle about to explode. She didn't just sip tea, she dumped it scalding hot. She spelled out what everyone suspected, that the only thing really keeping Meghan and Harry's spotlight alive is the scandal, not the substance. The audience was living for it. And for the grand finale, Jimmy Fallon came back on stage. This time he went for Meghan's so-called cooking show skills. And oh my god, his face said it all. Fallon looked like he'd just been served one of Meghan's special dishes, over-seasoned with self-praise, smothered in overcooked drama, and served without a single bite of real substance. It was less fine dining, and more microwave leftovers dressed up for Instagram. The best part? That disgusted face lined up perfectly with the Netflix ratings, and exactly what most viewers were feeling deep down. No flavor, no spark, no replay value. Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why. That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag. Another bag. That confuses people. They don't know why. Okay? Understood. Understood. Fallon didn't even need words. The punchline was right there on the plate. Meghan tried to serve herself as the main course and got roasted like an underdone entree. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like it's so inauthentic. This is why she was never going to be more than like a D-list actress on a basic cable show. Because the one thing she's desperate to sell is relatability. The one thing she's begging for more than anything is for people to love her, to want to be her, and she just can't get it across. And at the end of the day, Fallon wasn't just telling jokes, he was serving cold hard truth on a silver platter. After months of awkward interviews, Netflix flops, and that non-stop self-importance, this was the flavor everyone had been starving for. The audience didn't just laugh, they savored it. Fallon turned Meghan's talent pitch into the punchline she will never live down. And it wasn't just Fallon either. Every late-night host who's dared to poke at the Meghan and Harry saga has piled on like it's open season. From sly little one-liners to full-blown comedic takedowns, the burns just keep coming, each sharper than the last. Some slip in smooth, others land like savage explosions that send audiences howling. Together, they've reminded the world exactly why Meghan and Harry are the easiest targets in Hollywood right now. Because every single move they make looks like setup for the next punchline. It's become a comedy feeding frenzy, and the more they try to act serious, the funnier it gets for everyone else watching. No matter the stage, no matter the format, they're walking punchlines, and late-night hosts are feasting like it's the best buffet in town. So if you love this roast, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment sharing your favorite burn. Was it Fallon's slow cook, Colbert's castle jokes, or Conan's chaos? I need to know which one made you scream laugh. Stick around because more is coming. Royal chaos, celebrity meltdowns, and all the scandals lighting up the headlines, they're all waiting right here. And trust me, you do not want to miss the next one.